Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Wade, and we have our guest, Manny Lopez, who is an amazing business leader and who's helping foster kids with their education. Anyway, Manny, that is so cool that you are doing this for a lot of the foster care kids. And so with the business that you have right now, you have brought a lot of business professionals together also, because I've attended some of your events, your networking, and it's the name of your company is called Manifestation. Am I correct?
Well, the kind of the brand around it, Manifestation is our school. Network of Influence is kind of the business side of things. It's where we kind of have like a referral networking group. And really it just became existing because of my clients. Like back in 2017, when I created the From Orphan to CEO project, it was an idea that came through somebody speaking at an event in Vegas. It said, every company can create a Tom Shoes business model. Now, if you're familiar with Tom Shoes, it's a shoe company that gives away a pair of shoes every time somebody buys a pair of shoes. And I'm like, well, that's genius. Why not create a program in my company where every time I bring in a client, I can create more resources for my From Orphan to CEO project. Like, we're not a nonprofit. We're not a company that takes in no revenue From Orphan to CEO. It's just something I fund out of pocket. And so with Network of Influence, I've had over 1,000 clients that have hired me for consulting and marketing over the years since 2011 when I started my business. And I just started saying, hey, what if I just took my favorite clients and just had them network with each other? Created events where you guys can collaborate and connect with each other. And that's where Network of Influence was born. So every time I bring somebody into this agency where we're promoting them to our community, now at the same time, I'm bringing resources and education to my students. It's an easy win-win.
Yeah, I love it, actually, your format of networking, because, I've met so many amazing people in your group, and I see the value. I mean, you're also an amazing host too at the same time, and you make us laugh, and then you bring all these amazing people in regards to the value of their business. And how do you go through the process of selecting them?
That's the fun part. So everybody that gets on my stages, they have to speak to me directly, and they have to prove they have measurable results. I don't allow people to sell on my stages. So when they come to my events, that's a really easy filter, is finding people that are willing to serve first, right? I have this concept of serving your way to success. So they have to give value. They have to give away services and things to our network to bring people into what they do. So it makes this whole structure of them serving first, giving value, and creating real meaningful relationships. And that's been one of the best ways that I bring people to my group, is they first have to prove results. Hey, you got to have at least X amount of success stories. You got to be business X amount of years. They have to prove to me that they have a process that gets measurable results. And they got to be specialists. They can't be like, oh, I can work with any business and I can talk about anything in business. I'm like, nah, you got to have a specialty. So everybody that comes into my events that's featured, there's something specific they're being featured about. They have an audience that they can serve. I call it the art of business: audience, results, time frame. They got to get specific on those, on the audience they serve, what measurable results they can get for that audience, and the time it takes for them to get results. Once they do that, then it makes it really easy for them to get referrals through my network, because now people say, oh, I'm the audience that they serve. I want the results they get for their clients. You can do it in that amount of time and you can prove it. Yes, right? So it makes it really easy. And I have this like text and keyword format. So instead of them having to talk pricing or give out any special deals at my events, all they do is say, hey, if you're this audience, you want this results, here's a keyword to text into, and you can start seeing how we get those results. It's all broken down into process.
Yeah, I love that process you have where you text the word and then all of a sudden, you get a response right away, and you get gifts too at the same time. So,
Make him give two gifts. Like you have to
okay.
have a gift that goes out to everybody at the event, something digital like an ebook, a video, workbook, something like that. And then I make them give a second gift, which is
Mhm.
something where they get direct access with you. Usually I pick one winner live at that event. And that way, the people that text in are saying, hey, that's a good fit for me. I would like to work with that person. And then after the event, I send them the contact info. So that way they can actually follow up, build relationships, schedule calls, and that's where their business happens.
So if somebody is listening right now and they wanted to figure out how they can join your network, what's the best way that they can do that?
Well, ideally, first, I would love to have a conversation with them. So if
Okay.
they were to look at this number right here, 833-404-4491, if they text in the keyword apply, it's going to send them a little link that will let them check off all the different categories that they have experience that they could speak or they can teach on. From there, it'll have them go right into a calendar call with me, one-on-one. We're not in like a group setting. I'm not going to send you to some recorded webinar. You're going to have a conversation directly with me. And then we'll have a conversation about it. We'll say, all right, tell me about your results. Tell me about your success stories. Tell me about the process you could speak or teach on. And then I have events happening every single month. I've been doing this consistently for about 6 years now, where we're
Wow.
producing events every month. There's a members only event they can access. There's a public event they can access. And then if it fits well, I can feature them at my events and we can bring them referrals just by them speaking about their process.
Okay. And what is the number again that you mentioned earlier?
833 404 4491. They just
Eh,
text the keyword apply and it'll send them a text message right back and we can start the conversation.
Okay, that is so cool. So for you out there, if you're listening, make sure you connect with Manny and dial that number and text the word apply, and you'll be able to join us in his networking events. And it's a once a month. Is it a once a month or is it how many times
Every
he
month.
does?
Yeah,
Every
every
month?
month we do a public event. So if people are just like, hey, I want to see how this network is, because we do breakout sessions, it's speed networking. So
Hmm.
it's not just me interviewing people or people talking about their business. You get to talk about your business to our members. So every hour, we're doing at least one breakout session where you get to go table to table, you get to go put it in little groups, and you get to actually share what you're working on and ask for referrals. So you get to meet the people in the community and it's always completely free as long as you're invited. So it's an invite only event. You could be part of Marie's community and say, hey, Marie, I saw you on her show and we'll give you a ticket to join the event. Come see the experience yourself.
Yeah, that's awesome. What I also noticed during your networking is you record the speakers. And
Yes,
so this recording actually goes to your website and all the foster kids get to watch it. Am I right?
exactly. So every month we're creating more, in essence, class lessons, right?
Hmm.
So here's how it works in the school. Think of it like this. Imagine you were in high school and every time you showed up to school, the principal's out there handing out money because you showed up on time. Every
Hmm.
time you engage in class, the teacher's giving you money as well. That's in essence how our school works. It's all online, it's all done through video. Our students actually get to earn Manny bucks to go to school. Every time they check in, they earn Manny bucks. They attend a class, they earn Manny bucks. They complete a class, they earn Manny bucks. They engage in class, they earn Manny bucks. And they're learning from people that are active in the industries they teach. So every interview that we're doing, I mean, we've done over 700 interviews for our platform now. They get to earn Manny bucks just to learn from somebody that's already getting the results that they want.
Yeah. And I also got to watch Les Brown from your meetings. I mean,
Yeah,
that
Les
was an
Brown literally
incredible
has
experience.
Les Brown literally has a whole class inside of our school. We've interviewed him over a dozen times now. He's one of our top contributors in our platform. He loves the idea, he loves to serve, and he just gives massive value. So our students actually can attend a Les Brown class that's got all of the interviews in chronological order.
Yeah. You have this special connection with Les Brown. And I feel like, because of the past experience, am I right, with Les Brown?
Yes. I mean, it's funny because he was my motivation to start a business. And then in
Mhm.
2012, I actually got to meet him in person where I told him, I'm like, you are the whole reason why I became an entrepreneur. And then a couple years down the road, we actually collaborated on a project. He had heard that I got named one of the best by Facebook when they hit 1 million advertisers. And he was trying to getting to a certain point on Facebook. He said, hey, let's see that if that foster kid can help us out, right?
Yeah.
And so I helped him on that. I served my way to success with him. We got a massive results for that type of project. And ever since then, I've been one of his favorite people. He calls me up whenever he needs an idea out there. He wants to get more people to learn about what he's doing, and he just loves to serve our community.
Yeah, and I heard he said from one of your meetings that he really loves you. I mean, he really cares about you, Manny, and I think it's because of your character, because of how you have, really shared your experience to everyone and how you help other people. And I've watched you for many years. And I have seen you being very consistent and really brought a lot of amazing information to all of us and also gain a lot of connections. I mean, I had you speak at the Fire Up Live last month, and the time that you have presented, I mean, you gave a lot of good information to us. It's incredible how you did it, and I'm very impressed with what you have done for the Fire Up Live. Now, I wanted to bring up, more information about you because I know you were one of the TEDx speakers. This was this last year that you
Yes.
Okay. So you were one of the TEDx speaker. How was that experience for you?
That was fun. I mean, I've never had a speaking opportunity like that. Like for me, I mean, I literally had to script out like 50 different bullet points that we covered. There was like 7 weeks of me going over this on video with the whole team and then having to check off every single one of those bullet points in that talk within about 18 minutes. So very fun experience. And the whole concept is around the idea, which is I love because I don't really like talking about myself on these like speaking things. I'd like to just kind of share value like at Fire Up Live. I was just like, here's my process, guys. Here's how I get results. You guys don't even need to hire me for you to be able to implement this. And with this concept, it's like you don't even get to talk about your business. You got to talk about an idea, which is like obviously foster care. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
How can we fix the foster care system by simply bringing education and rewarding education from people who actually know what they're talking about?
And what I heard, there's like thousands of people to go through the application just to be a TEDx speaker, and you were selected.
Yeah, there was like I think 7 speakers out of the whole thing, and I'm like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is
I was
crazy.
able to get to there.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of you for being in there, and I'm so happy to see you being a part of that because I also watched your TEDx talk. I mean, you were incredible. I mean, we got to share that information to everybody so they can hear you or they can watch it. But, I think they can Google it, right? They can just go
Yeah.
to.
If you go into YouTube and
Yeah.
you just put TEDx Manny Lopez, I'll pop up right there at the top. It'll say from orphan to CEO in the
Okay.
subject.
Well, this is so amazing. We're going to take another commercial break here, Manny. But for everyone that's listening, don't go away because we're going to learn more from Manny how he's serving your way to success. Am I right? That's what you've done. Okay. So we will be back. I am your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, and this is the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.